What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube and WatchACTV.com, the two places on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And I'm here to talk about Big Brother. I just had to. I just got finished watching episode 5 and I am just enamored with this game. It is so good. It is so good. And it's like you sit there and you talk at the screen like, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. What's wrong with this dude? Why is he tripping? Before I get into this review, I would love for you guys to follow me on social media, A Connection TV on both Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And also follow and subscribe to WatchACTV.com. It's a miniature Netflix, helmed by yours truly, and a couple of other creative, collective individuals that are trying to, you know, push the narrative with regards to how we're viewed in entertainment. So definitely check out WatchACTV. We have a mobile app called WatchACTV, so download the app now on your mobile device, okay? And also check out actvshop.com. Now, on to this particular show. Again, as I'm getting to watch these episodes, I'm starting to like some of these people. And I figured out the live feeds. Thank you. I read all your comments and I was able to get to the live feeds. It's easier to get to the live feeds on TV and on my mobile app versus the desktop. Don't know why that is, but it was very difficult for me to find the live feeds on the desktop. But it's easier to navigate through the mobile app. Anyways, I found the live feeds and I started to watch a couple of them. Not very many. I saw a live feed with Kyland because he's the HOH and I saw how he was talking to people. Also, I'm following a BB feedback account on Twitter and it's letting me know what the dialogue that's being spat on some of these live feeds. So I'm seeing how Kyland is maneuvering and communicating with people as the HOH and I'm like, he is dope. He is smart. He may be a very highly emotional guy. Gorgeous, by the way. This man is gorgeous. But he's smart. He's smart. And he's not like a punk. He's not a punk. He's very slick with the way that he's communicating with everyone. Literally letting people know that as HOH and with this power, I do not have to answer anyone's questions. You don't. And I'm ecstatic by that. But there are a couple of noticeable mentions that I have to talk about in this freaking episode because I was litty like a motherfucking titty watching this episode today. Can I give high regard to Tiffany? Can I do that? Can I give high regard to Kyland? Can I do that? Those are like my G's right now. Everybody else is kind of still like floating. I haven't seen anybody magnificently play yet because everybody's like going crazy over what, you know, this crazy maniac is doing in the house. And we're talking about Frenchie. Frenchie came across so cool, calm, collected. Actually liked him in the beginning. He made a smart decision by not playing the wild card thing. But he's completely like switched. He really thought that his HOH was a complete success. He got out Travis, but he got out Travis after promising him safety. So for me, that's not a successful HOH. You blindsided people. That's not a successful HOH, and you come out of that HOH with the whole house hating you, and you're knowing that you're going to be put up for elimination or nominated to be put up to be the next person out of the house because how poorly your HOH was handled. So why do you think you did a fantastic job? You didn't. You were horrible, Frenchie. And so I don't really care for Frenchie that much. Like, he's destroying his own game, and that's why I don't really care for him that much, because he's destroying his own game. But Frenchie is having a conversation with Kyland, and Kyland is basically shutting him out. Literally, you just had this man on the block. Why are you trying to plead your case to him right now? Because that's the nature of the game, Wes. I know that. But we're dealing with human beings here. And I've been that one person that has, I've said out loud and I've promised myself that if I were to ever be blessed and to be casted in Big Brother, that I would never, ever go against my word. It's so easy to not do that and to be successful. You don't have to be a Nicole to get to the end. She didn't win, okay? So for me, I feel like you don't have to do what Frenchie did. Like, he did not, all of that he did in the first week, he did not have to do. He's lying in the bed that he's made for himself. And Kyland's not giving him anything, nor would I want him to. Kyland is holding his own. And also, you know, Kyland also, in that conversation with Frenchie, he's kind of like looking away and stuff. Brother, look him directly in the face and tell him what it is that you have to tell him, Kyland. It's your HOH, run it. And I'm liking that Kyland is doing that. He's having all these conversations with everyone in the house, and he's literally like, where's your head? What's going on? Who would you like to see on the block? Okay, cool. I don't have to answer any of your questions. And I'm not really answering anyone's questions right now. I just want to get a feel for where you are. Play that game, brother. Play that game. What are we talking about? What? And then I was reading on the BB feedback account on Twitter that Tiffany was having dialogue with Kyland and basically telling Kyland that Brent, Frenchie, and Whitney are a three-headed snake. I could see that for Whitney and I could see that for Frenchie. Not so much Brent yet. Brent is a threat, but he's like on everyone's side for the most part. He's not like sneaky and conniving. I get that from Whitney and I get that from Frenchie now. No proof to have that for Whitney, but I don't know, it's just really a vibe. She's not feeding my soul with positive energy. And so I'm not saying that that's not a three-headed snake. I think Tiffany is in the house. She knows what she's talking about. So the fact that she is able to divulge this information to Kyland and Kyland's receiving it, I think it's great. I really hope that Kyland stays strong and hold to the cookout. And I hope that his mind doesn't start going crazy toward the other members of the cookout. But I like the fact that Kyland is able to talk to Tiffany and get a sense of what's going on, or at least receive her information, right? Other noticeable mention I want to talk about this episode. Can we talk about the fabulous duo, Azah and Tiffany? Tiffany is by far my favorite house guest. There's nobody else in the house that me and her just would have been like this from the jump. Her energy, her spirit, all of that is so amazing. She's sitting there crying on Azah's lap, and immediately when I saw her crying, I'm like, she's missing her family. We just saw that Kyland was all emotional because Tiffany read the letter from his mom during the HOH reveal of the room, and so now immediately I'm like, Tiffany's missing her child. She's a single parent, she's missing her child. Unbeknownst to me, that is a rouge, and she's only doing that so that she can communicate her feelings and thoughts about what's going on in the house to her fellow cookout member, Azah, and Azah's playing right along with it. Freaking powerful. What? Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? I mean, in 2019, I won Best Actor Award, so I could have definitely been that. Y'all already know how I do with Mona Simone, right? I mean, it would have just been so easy for me to act any old which way. It just would have been easy. What are we talking about here? Me and Tiffany are, oh my God. What? So I'm yelling at my screen like, you gotta be kidding me. These beautiful queens are everything. But I still don't know that much about Azah to fully invest in her yet. I don't know. She's not showing me anything in these 5 episodes, right? Neither is Derek. Tiffany, I'm seeing a lot. Kyland, I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing some things in Xavier now, though. Xavier's coming through. He's been reassuring and affirming to Kyland, and that's good because I want Kyland and Xavier to be like this. I need to see more of Azah and Derek. I really do. Derek has been like the teddy bear in terms of like calming everybody down from being put on the block or whatever. But I don't know. I'm not getting enough from them. But I'm not saying I'm against the cookout. I'm in favor of the freaking cookout. But ooh, Tiffany in that Azah moment, what? Are you freaking serious? Insane, right? So we get to the wild card challenge, the wild card competition. But before that, right, Frenchie is walking around the house. He has a conversation with Kyland. Kyland doesn't give him anything. He walks away mad, and he starts saying out loud in front of everyone, "I'm out, I'm out, I'm out." I mean, the whole house wasn't there, but you shouldn't be doing stuff like that. So then Whitney has a moment with Frenchie, and Whitney is saying, "I'm ready to cuss him out. I'm ready to cuss him out." Am I starting to vibe with her? No, not really, because I put her in the same boat as Frenchie. But there's tension within the three-headed snake race, or whatever, right? And so we move past that. We get to the wild card challenge, and Sarah gets an opportunity to compete. Brent gets the opportunity to compete, and Frenchie is given the opportunity to compete from the Jokers. Now, I already tell y'all all the time, I sit here and I play these games at the house with them on live television, and I would have won that competition because I sat there and got almost every answer right. I missed one, but I would have won the competition because I was like, boom, boom, that's the answer, boom, boom, and I was getting it with Sarah. Like, I would have been Sarah in that race. I'm glad that Sarah ended up winning. Because Frenchie didn't have the opportunity to win, and clearly listening to the feedback on Twitter, he's clearly on the block still with they haven't had the video yet. He's on the block, and he's on the block with Brittany. I love the fact that Kyland stood his ground, even though he was crying like a baby afterward. I know he feels bad for putting up Brittany, but Brittany is a casualty of war. This whole team concept now, you're in it to win it with the person that's legitimately wanting to be out by everybody. Like, everybody legitimately wants him out is what I was trying to say. So guilty by association. That's just, it is what it is. When I had the conversation with you, Mama, you didn't mention Frenchie. Clearly you didn't mention him because he's your captain. So everyone in the house wants him out, and you're not willing to go against him. Cool beans, but you're just a part of the equation, and it's leading to all negatives. So unfortunately, I have to put you on the block with him. I am cool with Kyland doing that. Clearly, Kyland wasn't going to put Derek X up because Derek X is the reason why Kyland was taken off of the block. So he wouldn't do that, even though Frenchie wanted Derek to be pinned on, you know, the whole concept of who had the rogue votes. Let's talk about those rogue votes. Derek F, just throwing a rogue vote out there just because it's funny. Okay, cool. This is why I don't really see a vibe with him yet, because he's not really showing me anything. But no matter, it's whatever. Tiffany and Derek have this conversation like, why is everybody worried about it? I don't really care. But Tiffany did that because Frenchie asked her to. Not only that, but Tiffany is planning in her mind that if anybody finds out about it, that clearly it came from Frenchie. So in a conversation that they're having with Brent and Whitney being there, he's talking about, I know who the two rogue votes are. Tiffany almost showed her cards. Tiff, what's up, sis? You almost showed your cards. Don't give him any energy, sis. And she snapped on him. But then she had to reel herself back in and just apologize. Relax, Mama, relax. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, she has a great view of the game from all perspectives so far. So I like her position. I just don't want her to go scatterbrained. I don't want any of them to go scatterbrained. Kyland is doing a great job so far. He's crying in the pantry. That's cool. Tiffany is not showing her cards. That's cool. But who's showing his cards? Frenchie. Who's a wild card? Frenchie. Who on Twitter right now is being spoken about as self-evicting? Frenchie. Because he knows he's out the house. He's a loose cannon. He needs to go. Week 1, you're doing way too much, bro. And that rhymed, because I'll be rhyming all the time. And I don't know, episode 5 is lit, and I'm ecstatic. I'm glad that a brother is in power. And somebody put on my comments that Bailey was in power before she won HOH. Yes, she did, and it was horrible. She had a horrible HOH. Nothing went the way that she wanted it to go. She had no control over the house, the way I remember it. The way I remember it. And didn't her mouth start bleeding after that HOH? Is that when she had the argument with homeboy? I could be wrong. My memory is not that great with regards to remembering all of these seasons, but I know for sure that Bailey did not get what she wanted to get during her HOH. Kyland so far is getting what he wants, but we'll see how this video goes because they haven't played the video yet. And if they had, well, they should have played it by now, but my Twitter account didn't update me as to who won veto. Anyways, leave your comments below. Let me know how you feel about this particular episode. Ones across the comment section if you feel like Frenchie should be sent home. The second thing I would love for you to do is, who is your favorite house guest right now? Who is your favorite house guest right now? And 3, do you think that Kyland is doing the right thing with his HOH? I freaking love this show. It is so amazing. Hopefully before I pass away, I'll be able to be on that show because I would win it. I would win Big Brother, or I'll give myself top 5. I really give myself top 2, but I'll give myself top 5. It's like a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. It really is. But anyways, leave your comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Deuces. I know. Y'all not about to think about not subscribing to aconnectiontv.com. Copyrighted.